Welcome to 30 Days of Awakening. This is day 27. Today I want to talk about feeling better. What would make me feel better right now, in this moment? What would make you feel better? Asking yourself throughout the day, 100 times a day, every time you begin any behavior, anytime you eat anything, anytime you take a drink or smoke a cigarette or do a drug or call a friend or start a conversation, asking, will this make me feel better? Will this make me feel better? Canceling your day, flying, going on vacation, These things, it's like there's this assumption that, oh yes, it would make me feel better for me to cancel my day. I've got a busy day with clients today. To cancel my day with clients and just go to a spa. Like, it sounds like, oh, that would make you feel better. You'd be wearing the robe, you think. But the reality is that may sound that way, but the truth is when I ask myself what would make me feel better, what would make me feel better is to see my clients, to connect with them. We have a recital coming up, helping prepare with them. Like, that's going to make me feel better today. And I may think it or may really sound like something else, but the truth is when I sit there and get quiet, what would make me feel better is not to cancel my clients and figure out when to reschedule them, figure out what they're doing, and then feel like, oh, I wonder if they need to do, That's not what's going to make me feel better from here. There have been this, and the thing about this, the trick with this to feeling better and asking yourself this question is two things. Number one, it takes presence to do it. It's so easy to do things that make us not feel better that we're not even aware of that we're doing. I still do it all the time. 2 days ago, I ate like 3/4 of a bag of the ghost pepper chips, which I love, from Trader Joe's. I went out in the kitchen, I wanted a snack. I started to have a snack. I looked at something on my phone. I got caught in a text thing, which got my mind wondering about something. And then I looked down and 3/4 of the bag of chips is gone. And I barely tasted the first chip. So if I had become present before I got the ghost pepper chips and I'd been like, hey, and I ate the chip and I was like, this is good. And I just savored it, and I spent myself present in that moment eating the chip. I probably would have eaten 5 or 6 chips and been like, ooh, okay, that was nice. And then done that, but I didn't even do that. So then I felt, my stomach felt kind of funny. And I was like a double whammy beating my stomach. Then my mind went to, oh, you were so unpresent. Had to make peace with that. Then my mind went to, oh, your stomach feels like this. So now you probably need to not eat for a bit. And it's like, boom, boom, double whammy, right? All because I wasn't present and asking myself, would this make me feel better? Is this going to make me feel better right now? What's going to make me feel better? A glass of water will right now, I feel. But I don't think a whiskey will make me feel better. Think, oh, well, it would. It would make me feel, nice warm buzz. But then, not really. I've got clients coming. I've got staff. Then I would feel kind of like a headachy about, what time is it? 9, like headachy about 11. It's not going to make me feel better to have whiskey before I teach today. It might, having water, maybe another espresso. Let me see, would that make me feel better? Yeah, I would feel better. I would feel good having an espresso. I can feel it. Tonight, I don't know. I don't know what's going to make me feel better. I haven't gotten that far yet. It might be sitting and meditating some more. It might be going out to a movie. It might be going to see friends. It might be hanging out with my daughter. It might be a lot of things. But would this make me feel better? That gift of asking it. And if you can maybe set a reminder on your phone, do something, just to 3 times today, just think about feeling better. What's going to make you feel better today? Just think about it. And then, if you can have the miracle of right before you do anything, asking yourself, is this going to make me feel better? What can I do in this conversation right now with this person to feel better? Is perpetuating this conversation making me feel better anymore? Does it feel better to stay up this late right now? Do I really feel better only eating Brussels sprouts? Like, it can be really anything, asking ourselves, is it making us feel better? Because it's so easy to do behaviors that make us not feel better. And we're inside of a society that's shoving it in our faces, things that make us not feel better. Our society, and certainly American culture, I mean, food is an easy one to do this with. We go out to restaurants and they speak such gigantic portions, and these portions are really not designed to make you feel better. Eating that much steak or this big of a thing, like, you don't feel better. You think you feel better in the moment, but even if we pay attention to it, and I pay attention to it, even if I get one of those big plates of food with it's like all one thing, I eat the first bite, and if I'm in a conversation, I taste the first bite, and the rest of it, if I clear that plate, I feel like, and I tasted one bite. Like, what? That did not make me feel better. And that's one of the gifts of presence, is we have a chance to savor everything, to feel, like to, really connect with the physical world, to connect with our bodies, to feel. And I want to feel better. I want to do things that make me feel better. And I've become really aware of lots of behaviors in my life where I do things that don't make me feel better, that I'm not present to. And I'm waking up to them more and more now. And then once you start waking up, then there's this stage of letting go of the behavior, or asking yourself, inside of the moment, is this next bite? Is this next sip? Is this next thing I'm about to say to you going to make me feel better? Going to make you feel better? Because I feel better when you feel better. We're all one. So, take care of yourself. For real, take care of yourself. Not in the way you think you're taking care of yourself. Because a lot of times the way we think we're taking care of ourselves, we're not really, if we ask ourselves, will this make me feel better? And think about it. Just take a second. Will this really? Well, let's see. No, I'm going to go out now. I don't think it's going to make me feel better right now. Or yes. Yes, this is going to feel great right now. This will make me feel better. This will be fun. Just think on that today. Do whatever you need to do to feel better, because the universe wants you to feel good. And if you think of something as making you feel better, really feeling better, like, oh, well, heroin makes me feel better, drugs, well, really? In that moment, maybe there's a sensation, but I bet it goes unchecked. And it doesn't matter, like drugs, that is one of those ones where that immediate sensation has the perception of feeling. It may feel in that moment in the body something, but think about the after. Is it really making you feel better to do that, right? Is it? Not usually. Not things that you intuitively feel like you're moving away from. And so with this waking up to finding behaviors that are really making us feel better, feeling better for the day, feeling better for the week, feeling better for the month or the year, or leading to a lifetime. These things can be, as we start to see the ways that we're not doing that, like underneath it all, it can be, it takes a lot of forgiveness and a lot of really self-forgiveness to not be perfect as you begin to let go of these things. Like all these behaviors that we do that don't make us feel better, that we start becoming aware of, it may be an overnight thing for you. I don't want to put a limitation on that. I know for me, it's a series. It's stages of letting go. You can let go of everything. There's so much to let go of. And the more I let go of things that are not making me happier or feel better, it's like there's a whole nother plateau of peace and love and joy. So that's my message for the day. That's what came to my mind. Have a beautiful day.